Hearing that that building belongs to that building. One woman, one professor has invested money in that building some years back. You know, and she no be small thing now.
It's on glasses.
Hello everybody, welcome to another amazing episode of the Gist and Glasses podcast. It's so good to be back here. It's been a great week. We had a great time last week. The last episode was a very, very big success. It was a big hit. We're getting a lot of comments and likes and all of that from people, from fans all over the world. We thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. Today we're back here with another mind-blowing episode. I'm sure a lot of people would love what is about to happen in this room right here. Why? Because we have some great men, amazing people who have served this country in no small way. This episode has some of the S.U.G ESCOs from University of Jos from 2018-2019 year. And they're here to tell us about a lot of the things that go on behind the scene. You know, some of us as citizens of countries, we just sit back and then we watch things happen. We don't really know what goes on behind the scene. But then we have people who are from the University of Jos S.U.G 2018-2019 year, and they're here to tell us about some of the things that happen behind the scene that we do not get to know. So we're going to jump straight right into it. I'm going to introduce the president of that year, Mr. Shaks. I like calling him Shaks. What's up, big man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine.
You look dope. Nice glasses, nice polo shirts. What's happening? How's your day?
It's going well.
Okay, so I'd like the other team to introduce themselves before we get into it. So please introduce yourself, the position that you held during that period, and then we'll move to the next one.
Yeah, I'm the Cobalt Genesis, S.U.G. I
Okay.
serve as the S.U.G Secretary General. That's 2018-2019.
I know they make things
The documentation.
And then you also.
My name is Fong Shak Pantu. I served as the president of that set 2018-2019.
The greatest president. Okay, now let's hear from you.
My name is Right Honorable Marion Bukams Daniel. I serve as the S.U.G speaker.
Okay. This is for all the greatest Nigerian students.
Oh, great.
It never leaves. You know they come up from.
They leave. Okay, guys. So we like to jump right into it. So you have a story to tell.
Yes.
This podcast was created to tell African stories and then tell the things that people do not get to see on mainstream media. There's a lot of activities that go on that we don't know about, and then we decided to create a platform where people can feel very, very comfortable in telling their stories and telling us a lot of the things that happen in their lives and in their businesses and in their careers and all of that. And that is why I want to assure you that we are on the right podcast. So please jump right into it. Why are we here today? Like, what's the gist for us?
Okay. Thank you very much, MC Mute.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think a lot of things have happened over the years. We have done a lot of sacrifices, putting a lot of effort, a lot of time into serving in that at that level, the S.U.G of 2018-2019. And recently, just looking back, it now seems as if all we have done now is like it's been lost,
Useless
in time. Like it's useless. It's now like there is this what do they call it? This stereotype that S.U.G they just come, they eat our money and they go.
You understand?
You understand? But we have a story because we did things differently and we put in our own quarters, our own contribution at our own level, in our own power at that time. And those things are still alive up till today.
Right.
Yeah. That a lot of people, a lot of Josites are not aware of that. Right. So that's one of the main reasons why we are here. I think let me start giving the story this way. During my campaign, I had these rhymes. They used to call me the man on a mission with a vision.
Sure. I heard that. I remember hearing that.
It rhymes very well. It rhymes perfectly. But a lot of people did not know that was not just rhymes. That was actually who I was. You know, I was coming to that position with a vision, with an idea in my head that this is what I want to contribute as my own uniqueness, as my own person to the S.U.G.
Yeah.
So immediately after we won, I think from our first meeting as ESCO, I think we had that meeting in Zion Hostel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Zion Hostel. We had that meeting in Zion Hostel. In that meeting, after we got to introduce ourselves, congratulate ourselves after a hectic campaign and all, you know, I introduced this idea and I said, okay, look, we have come. And this is the idea I have in my head that we can achieve as a team, you know. And we started deliberating. People started, you know, examining the idea. But at the end of the day, at the end of that meeting, as a team, when I mean a team, I mean as an ESCO, right? As a team, we got to a place where we all agreed, right, that we are going to take this project to be our project.
Right.
It is going to be our project. That is our set. This is what we will do. Because before what happens in the S.U.G is that this office will do his project. That one will do his project. Yeah. This one will do his project. And everybody, individuals just do their thing. But in that meeting, we got to collapse. Everybody has his own idea that he brought with to, you know. But in that meeting, we got to like collapse
every other
person's idea, and we adopted that. Yeah, we adopted that, and we called it the Legacy Project.
Okay,
and that was the beginning of how it all started. Yeah. So after we agreed that this is our project, we started the process of lobbying, because if you're not in the system, you never know what goes on in the system.
Right.
Yeah, because there are a lot of intrigues that are in the system. The S.U.G should be independent, but it's not totally independent, right? It's not totally independent at all, you know. And in fact, that is one of the disadvantage.
And that's one of the things that encouraged us to go into that
project, because one of the biggest things that kills this independence is your inability to fund whatever it is that you want to do. Ideas that you have. That's the inability to fund it, you know. So it cripples you that is in the office. Yeah. That so the whole idea was that, okay, we'll get this business. It will actually, I forgot to even say what the idea was. What the project was. Okay, the project was that we would build a pure water factory that is for the students and is by the students.
And then fight them. Some fight them. So people fought about, the struggle actually.
You know, because they say water is life, isn't it? You know, and then I think there is no day that water is not being consumed anywhere in the world. So the idea was simple. We should be able to, let us build a water factory that will be able to produce water ourselves, you know, buy it ourselves, you know, and then from the profit we make within ourselves, we would generate projects that we can fund other projects. You know, as time goes on, I know that as the gist goes on, we will shed more light on that. Yeah. So after that, we started the process of lobbying, because whatever it is you want to do in the University of Jos, I don't know if it has changed now, but as of that time, yes, you need the red biro of the Vice Chancellor. Yeah? You need the red biro of the Vice Chancellor.
Then Memoko.
Yes, then at that time it was Professor Sebastian Memoko. So I remember we made this idea. After that meeting, we converted it into a document. You know, a business plan. We got a professional to write us a detailed business plan. Yeah. So after we got this business plan, the first person we took it to the Vice Chancellor. It was an unofficial meeting. It was an unofficial meeting. We went just to tell him that, okay, we have come and this is what we want to do. You know, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to achieve in the little space of time that we have. And he was actually surprised that S.U.G is bringing this type of discussion to him. And I think I would say he felt that let's just go and see. He wanted to see if we'll be able to achieve it.
That man, a father.
Yes, he's a father, of course. So he wanted to see if we'll be able to achieve it. He wanted to see if it's just talk that they are talking again. Yeah, so he wanted to see. So he said whatever we needed, he was going to support, you know. And so after that, we already got the approval or the support of the number one man, the VC in the school. And that was a big win. And that win later in the story, you would see the significance of that win. Yeah, that particular move we pulled, you know. So we started this journey. We started writing letters. After the VC, I remember we met with the student affairs also, the dean of that time, and we told him that this is what we want to do. And just the same reaction we got from the vice chancellor, he was surprised, and he will I say he was even having doubts that will you people achieve
capacity?
Of course, yes.
Their capacity.
Yes, do you people have that capacity to do that? You know? And then at the end of the day, he told us that whatever we need. Then it was Professor Oboro, right?
Yeah.
When we started with Professor Oboro.
Yeah.
And he said that whatever we need, he will be able to like support us. So we started making visits to NAFDAC. We started making visits to all these agencies that are involved in
food production.
Yeah, into production, water production. We started making all those visits, and then it was then we knew that no be joke. It was then we started doing that this thing no be joke, no be just to get them for head. You understand? So we started seeing challenges from left, right, and center from the initial beginning. In the first place, we were talking about location. Where will we put this factory?
Yes.
You understand? Because our whole idea was the fact that we want students to even participate in production. You know?
As per staff.
Yes, at staff level. You know how all you hear Yankee schools where they are saying that the students are working
with
you know?
They pay them.
They pay them. Yes, we wanted that to happen in our university. So we wanted it to be a factory where students, if you don't have lectures in a day, you can go there and hustle and you get wages. You get the point. So that was part of the general picture. Yeah. And then we started asking, where will we put this factory? In the school. We now said, okay, the school, give us a land where we would build a factory from scratch. I think that sounded very impossible, you know, because there was a lot of resistance to that, you know.
Wait, resistance from who now?
Yeah, well, the resistance, from actually it was from the admin block.
Okay.
Where we got that resistance, because apparently that to give land, you know, for you to build a structure is a very long process. And if you remember, our tenure is time bound.
Yeah.
It's time bound. So at that level, they were looking at a situation where if we are not able to finish up, you know, what will now happen? You get the point? So after that, there was this structure that is in front of Zion Hostel. Jews and Grills. Yeah. I think it has been there. At that time, I came to the university and I met that structure. It was dormant. It was not in use. You know, it wasn't in use. And so after all that, it's going to be hard for you to build it from ground, or all those kind of talk. We now said, okay, there is already a building that is not in use. Yes, give us that building. Give us that building so that from then we will carry on. So we started the process of getting that building, went to fiscal facilities, Oh, from the admin block, they directed us to go to physical facilities where all the structures and the facilities in the universities are actually under that office. Yeah. So we went there and we met with the director there, and we told her, this is what we are here for. We want that building. This is the purpose why we want that building, and so on and so forth. And she agreed, actually. She said, okay, they will give us that building. Yeah? So after that meeting, we started hearing that, that building belongs to that building. One woman, one professor has that building. One woman, one professor has invested money in that building some years back. You know,
Not small thing,
that she has invested. I've forgotten the figure. Is it 600,000 at that time? Or how much? 500,000 at that time.
A professor.
Yes, a professor.
She had renovated the facility
to use it for business.
Personal business.
But is that, first of all, is that even allowed?
Yeah, well, it is allowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is allowed.
So it's within her rights to do
It's
that.
within her rights to do
All
that.
right.
Yeah. So she did that, and then when she did not use the facility for what she wanted to
It
do.
got dilapidated.
Yeah, so it got dilapidated. So she asked the school to refund her, and they said nothing concerned them. You understand? That she should wait any day that anybody wants to use that facility. That person will now refund her.
That money back.
Yes, her money back. Then from there, so we started hearing the gist that we are supposed to refund that professor her money before we be, because ordinarily we were supposed to get that facility for free. Ordinarily,
Yes.
Now S.U.G they come.
yes, since it is the student S.U.G, we are supposed to get it for free. So when we started the move for that facility, that was when we started hearing this talk that we should refund a certain 500,000 that was used in renovation some years back. So we started negotiation, back and forth. Madam, this thing, I don't drop all those kind of things. We negotiated. I think we got it down to 300,000 or
Yeah, we gave her 250.
we gave her 250 back.
Yes.
Mhm. We were able to now bring down the price
Yes.
for her settlement.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we gave her 250. We now got this facility, and then it was supposed to be our factory. All these gist that you they hear like this, like 6 months don't they pass? We never know where the water go get in this time. So time no come dey. You understand?
First of all, how long is your tenure?
I think
One year.
One academic session.
One academic
It can be 1 year,
session.
it can be
It can
more than 1 year.
due to strike.
Due to strike,
that time,
Nigerian standard.
it can be more than 1 year. But ordinarily, it's supposed to just be a complete academic session. First semester and second semester, and that's all. And then you are out. You know. So we started at that level. At that level where we got that building, it was already popular amongst the management staff, and not just management staff, and ASU, even lecturers.
Yeah.
Everybody in the university as of that time, minus students, they were aware that, the S.U.G wants to do this project. So we started getting calls from different departments in the university. I remember we got call from the advancement office.
Yeah.
We got call from alumni. Yes, the alumni office. And we also, the ASU did not call us, but we heard that these departments I just made mention, that they also are on the process of making the water factory in the same school. Yes. They are in the process of making water factory. I can't say now, when you want to start something, everybody
With
do that.
Maybe they don't already get the idea before you come back.
They feel don't get that. You get the point.
Okay.
So at that time, because time was against us, we now started having conversations amongst ourselves, and we say, Kai, if we tell ourselves the truth, building a water factory from ground to the finish, it's going to be practically impossible,
Within
and
our
we
time
might
span.
not,
Yeah.
because of time,
We will not go achieve it, man.
we no go fit
Achieve
achieve
it.
am.
We know we fit, yeah.
And succession was a problem.
And succession is
Yeah.
Was a big
Generally, succession is a big
I had to
problem
take
in
a
Nigerian
deep
politics.
breath
Succession was
on
a
the
problem.
issue of succession.
I tell you.
Succession was a serious problem.
You know, so that was when we now heard that. First of all, we went to the alumni. We spoke with the alumni the director of that this thing. We spoke to him. He told us that they want to build, but not now. We went to advancement office. I think we got the same response. ASU, as of that time, had already gone far with their own and on their own. So ASU was not even an option because they've already gone far, so they cannot add somebody to something that they know they can do by themselves, you know? So that was how we did not explore that ASU option. And then I remember it was in advancement office. One woman just came, the woman always carries information. I will never forget that woman. Any day I meet that woman, there is something new I must say that is going on in that school. So she came and she told me that university consultancy also want to do this project. I said, university consultancy? She said, yes. I said, the one at Abattoir.
Remember before that idea came, we were even contemplating. That was why we went to the Center for Entrepreneurship.
Yes,
we were even contemplating other options. If you cannot achieve this within this time frame, is there any other thing we could do?
Yes.
So we went to Center for Entrepreneurship to explore if there are anything that they are up to, some areas that they think it can be maximized. Yes, in that regard. So that was when the woman came with the idea of university consultancy.
You know, all these are movement, but if they do and me, I they wait to see whether I go approve or not. You understand? As a speaker, the table at the bench. You understand?
The table at the bench at the end of the day was.
That was another section of the story.
Another section of the story.
You know, after all this we had to go to the House of Parliament to inform them that, okay, this is what we want to do.
Yes, sir.
As the executive.
Very important.
2018, 2019 set, you know. This is how far we have gone, you know. As of that time now, but we've met with before I get there, let me not jump. Yes. So when that woman came and told us that information that there is one beauty of how we ran that thing, but was the fact that personally I never made any move alone. Never.
Right.
Either I'm with one person or I'm with two people. It does not matter who the person is. You understand? If you are the one that is available at the time that I'm going for that movement, you know, you go with me. You know, some days I will take him. Most of the times I took him though, but sometimes I take him. Sometimes I take the treasurer. Sometimes I take the sales secretary, because that particular office sales secretary was pivotal, you know, in the whole plan, because I'll still get there. So we now went to university consultancy in Abattoir here. We met the then GM.
That time I even go that.
Yes, and we told her that, look at what we are doing. We heard that you have such idea and you are considering pursuing it. And she said, yes, so they are considering pursuing it. In fact, they already have a factory already
that is up for sale.
And there is this vendor there is this consultant rather. Yes, this consultant that is the middleman between them and the factory. I would say, wow, that's beautiful. If we can buy that factory, it has cut all the whole processes off because that factory must have already gone through NAFDAC registration, testing of water, all those kind of things. So it will cut that stress. It will jump the process. We said, okay, can we come together? You know, and make this thing happen.
Yes. In fact, that coming together, we felt it would save us from our succession problem. Because now we'll have consultancy as part of our team, and it will help us
in management,
sustainability. To checkmate the succeeding government that will come. Yes.
That was a big issue within our team, because there are some of the ESCOs that were of the opinion that, yes, we have this type of long D, to be precise. She was like, we have this issue of succession in the union.
Let's not suffer. Somebody come.
So why would we want to go ahead and suffer, and then after we go, somebody will come and will forget everything that we have done?
I mean, we just take the glory, say I ain't do it. You understand?
You understand? A lot of old, concerns were coming up. At the end of the day, I was like, oh, it's a very valid point. But as of that time, personally, I was not looking at any challenge. I was just looking at, let us get it done first. You understand? Let it just happen. So that concern was there. We never found a solution for that concern of succession. We now thought, at the end of the day, we now said, let us write a plan.
Yes.
A 10 years plan. Let us write down a plan. How this factory will move in growth, right? For 10 years. And how this factory proceeds would be used for the benefits of students. The kind of projects that will be used, the proceeds of this initiative would be used. And at the end of the day, we wrote it down.
Yeah, we call it strategic plan.
We called it the strategic plan.
Yes. Strategic plan.
It was the strategic plan. We wrote it down. It was part of the documents we handed over. That particular strategic plan. It was a 10-year strategic plan, I remember. So we went to, after we got we discussed with the GM, In fact, she had to call some other heads of departments in her office for us to have a meeting with them. I remember that meeting on our way to that meeting with that S.U.G car. That's how we fooled that S.U.G car. But it served us, it got us there. So we went to this meeting, we came out, we went, we discussed, we said, oh, let's run a partnership. A 50-50 partnership. And everybody will have roles in this partnership. We will provide the same funds, because at that time, the worth of that factory, the factory is located at Latiari Field.
Okay.
Here, yes, because we went and we saw the factory. The factory is huge. It was situated on 4.5 plots of land, and then there is this structure on the 4.5, on half plot of the land. Then the 4 plots were empty. It was just empty. So we saw the land, we saw the structure of the factory, we saw the machines. That two machines working perfectly well. Then the company was called Green Cactus.
Yes. 3 months raw materials.
Yes. And there was 3 months materials on ground that will be able to run the production, It was a running factory already. I think the owner was sick.
Yeah, he had
health challenges.
So the workers were taking advantage
of him because he was running blind. As a result of the sickness, he was going blind. So he now decided to sell. So we went and we saw this factory. We saw the factory, and it was like an answered prayer, because we were having just some months to go. Yeah, we were having some months to go as of that time. So it was an answered prayer. We saw it, and we immediately told UCL that we are interested. We will take 50%. It was a 50-50 partnership. Initially.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 partnership. Initially. So we took that, after that meeting, we went back to our own student world, where the new battle.
Student constituency.
And if you put it to the student consistency, then now it is where the whole new thing started. It was about 8.5 million.
8.5 million. That's
17
half
million.
of the 50.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yes, because the factory was 17 million.
Yes, and some.
Yes. So 50-50. That is 8.5 million per party. You know, that was the 8.5.
It was 8.5 all in all. But
all
there
in
were
all.
other
charges
The main
attached.
property was 17
Million. So no, I just remember, memories.
Yeah.
When they come, they just bring some. So when we came back now, there is, apart from just us, the executive, there are other aspects that need to be on board with the whole idea. And so we had to go to the House of Parliament. We had to go to the House of Parliament to intimate them that this is what we are doing, and then we are going to need their support.